And welcome to Let's Fly VFR. Today we're going to Spitfire for a bit of air-to-ground combat and a gunnery. Please remember to subscribe, like and share if you would. And here we are just doing a little circle around the Spitfire Mark 5B. This is the model that had the wing clips, or the wings clipped, to make its roll performance at lower level a lot better. This proved to be quite considerable, from about 120 degrees per second to 175 degrees per second at lower altitudes. But the rounded wingtips proved to be better above about 15,000 feet in general performance. And these had the new Merlin 45 engines. As we skid sideways down as we take off. And this is a really magnificent airport as well. Created by Mr. 3D. It's Lamberger Airfield. I believe it's over in Wales. This has been set up specifically to be a World War II style airport. It has guard towers and all sorts of that period buildings around it, and it looks magnificent if you have a bit of a chance to download it, and it's available at the org. These aircraft are incredibly difficult to take off and land. The gear width underneath you is fairly narrow, so it doesn't take very much to get you in the wobbles. So as we fly out over the water, there's a whole lot of ships here, and we're going to, as we get a little bit of streaming off the wings there, that particle action again as we roll over. Magnificent to fly this Nynths VR. Those wings still look enormous. So what we're looking at here is some of the combat features that you can have in X-Plane 11. Got the guns firing there. The cannons do work as well, but we're just going to use the guns today. The 303s. So a batch of those hiding in the wings. We can go down to a bit of gunnery as we line up on this ship in the distance. We're going to take out a few ships, or at least we're going to upset them a little bit for a bit of a run. We do have an aircraft carrier, so we're going to do some of the cruisers, destroyers, the aircraft carrier, just do a few gun runs on those, show you the general handling of the Mark 5B Spitfire. And I've got to tell you, it is beautiful in VR. And the Oculus F's is just magnificent. Here we go, a bit of gun action. My aiming is not particularly good, I've got to tell you. It's just getting used to that gun sight. You've got to get your head at the right level to make that work. So as we bank around right, pull a few G's, roll inverted and pull back down again. Keep it positive. As we line up on this, it's a little bit smaller. You'd have to educate me on the ships. This might have been a bit of a light cruiser or something. Certainly pounding with the 303s, but doesn't really have a great deal of effect. So you can just over the 45 there, we've got the aircraft carrier. That has Sea Furies and a whole range of other aircraft parked on it, so let's go machine gun them as well. Doesn't that engine sound magnificent? It's just got that deep throaty growl. Okay, lining up, let's get some rounds on target. Now hang around, we're going to do some landing. We're going to gut land on this thing in a second, or a touch and go at least. And then if you hang around to the end, you can watch me dancing on the runway. Okay, again, that roll was very deliberate, and that allowed me to have my nose down as I come out of the bottom of it as we go back through. So we're going to be researching it. The next video will be some air-to-air. We have a couple of Lancasters that are being very naughty, and some of the Mackie jets, in fact, that I'm going to try and take down with the Spitfire. So that's in the next video, guys. So if you can give me lots and lots of likes, and so if you can get me to crack 100 likes, that'd be awesome if you guys could help me with that. And maybe I'll pop that one out on Wednesday instead of hanging around until next weekend. So I'll leave that to you guys to try and help me out as the gear gets extended. Bring the power back. You got to keep your nose pretty high on this as you come in to make your approach. we've got a base leg on the stall. I think I did fail to put some flaps out here. I thought I'd just fly it in. And this is very much the sort of approach that the World War II aircraft took. Just a gentle left turn as they come around to line up with the back of the boat. Not a lot of room. There's a whole lot of aircraft parked at the back there. Got some cables. And if you grab a C5 variant of this, you might actually be able to try and land. So we touched, but we bounced. There's some Sea Furies. As we head back out again, let's turn right. Climb. We need to get that gear away soon. There we go. We'll tuck that away. Climb up a bit. Getting really nice frames. This is beta 17. It's 1150, 17. So we head down here towards, I'd say it would be a destroyer. Upset those guys in the crow's nest, I guess that's what you'd call it. Get some G's back on us again as we go back around. Let's give that another bash. Handles just beautifully, this aircraft. It really does. It rolls. Everything is very predictable, with the exception of the landing. Landings and takeoffs, it's very, very touchy. Ground handling even is just really awkward. You need to have your left and right brake available. So yeah, I've got those lined up on my joystick. Got two buttons there, left and right brakes. Just momentary switches to be able to taxi it around, otherwise it just spins around on you all the time. So we get a nice gentle approach. Just gentle, keeping it inside, bringing the power back a little, keeping the descent rate low. Doesn't look fantastic. The modelling work in this, and you can download this. There's a whole series of them from explain.org. So if you want to fly some 1940s fighters, and you can see we're dancing from right to left on this one. Now we're on the right wheel, back on the left. I've scraped a few wings flying this thing around too. It's don't expect it to be easy until you get a bit of practice, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. That bit of fun, and we've got more combat coming for you very soon. There's going to be a playlist, I'm sure, for this. We've got BF-109s, we've got all sorts to play with yet, so a lot of combat stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks, I think. It's just for a bit of difference. And remember, subscribe, like, and visit letsflyvfr.com if you need new toys or information. See you then.